Hello, and a warm welcome. I'm Professor Matt Garner, and I am Head of Psychology at the University of Southampton. Over the next few minutes, it's my pleasure to give you some insight into what it's like to study psychology, and why we'd be delighted to welcome you to study psychology with us at Southampton. Though of course we're disappointed we're not able to meet with you in person today, there'll be plenty of opportunity for you to speak with our staff and our students as you consider your options. So if you do have any questions, please just ask. Please do feel free to ask about our degree, modules, research facilities, the skills you develop, extracurricular opportunities, and just what it's like to be part of our psychology community of staff and students. And when we next get a chance, we look forward to welcoming you to our campus and to our School of Psychology, shown here at the heart of our main Highfield campus. So why Southampton? Well, you'd become part of a global and vibrant university. Southampton is in the global top 100, and for the second year running, our School of Psychology has ranked in the top 100 as well. That's testament not just to the quality of our university, but to the quality of our students, the skills you develop, and what you go on to achieve after you graduate. As a Russell Group University, we're committed to providing the highest quality research-led teaching. But what does that mean? Well, it's simply our commitment that you'll study a degree that is informed by the latest scientific and methodological advances in our field. We don't just want you to learn psychology. We want you to learn how to do psychology. We want you to learn how to use the latest research methods in our labs to develop your understanding and skills. We want to help you develop all the skills that give you the choice and flexibility to pursue your chosen career when you graduate. However, that's a long way off, and it's important that we provide you with choice and flexibility during your degree to personalise your learning. Consequently, we provide opportunities for you to select modules in other schools' programmes that fit well with your interests as they develop and that complement your core subject. And of course, we want you to have fun and to enjoy university life. So with over 24,000 students and 300 societies, there's plenty of opportunity for you to develop interests beyond your studies. Choice and flexibility is key to helping you develop those interests, your skills, and your experience. But why psychology? Well, quite simply, our staff and students think psychology is the most exciting, cutting-edge, interdisciplinary science in 2020. Through better understanding how humans think, feel, connect, make decisions and behave, psychology is having a major impact and is changing the world for the better. Not just working to help improve mental health, but to learn how the human mind and behaviour develops across the lifespan, from the early stages of language development and bonding in infancy, through to the changes in peer relationships and identity in adolescence, and of course through health, cognition and well-being in older adulthood. Psychology seeks to understand it all, and it does so using a range of rich and varied research tools and techniques. Interviewing, surveys and psychometric tests, brain imaging, neurostimulation, behavioural observation and more. But perhaps what's been the most exciting development in psychology in recent years, and why we think it's so relevant in 2020, is the variety and the quality of the data that we can use to develop our theories and models of human thinking and behaviour. Our digital footprint provides a wealth of data that we can use to improve health, well-being, and our society. And so we train you in how to use experimental, advanced methods to gather and use data in a way that's responsible and, importantly, ethical. We want you to develop skills that help you make a difference in the world. How, as a society, can we best respond to the challenges of climate change and COVID-19? Get as much psychology in there as possible. That's how we understand behaviour, attitudes, decision-making to effect positive change. And that's where psychology is making a difference. Yes, in healthcare and mental health, but also in education, in industry, and government policy. Of course, some of you may already know that you want to be a psychologist. And critically, our undergraduate degree is accredited by the British Psychological Society. And that's effectively a kite mark of quality and means that you graduate with graduate basis for registration and can apply to train as a practitioner psychologist. Perhaps you want to be a clinical psychologist, working in the NHS to help individuals with anxiety, depression, substance misuse or psychosis. Or you'd like to be an educational psychologist, working with schools, children and families to support academic and emotional development. Or to work in a forensic setting, or with industry as an occupational psychologist. Or you may wish to work as a health psychologist to provide psychological input to community and hospital healthcare. There are many professional areas in which psychologists train and work, and you can find all the relevant information at the BPS website. So why study psychology at Southampton? Well, we've got a long history of excellence in psychology education and research. We're a large school that hosts not just a BPS accredited undergraduate degree, but we're also a leading UK provider of postgraduate research and professional training. We run an MSc in health psychology, the doctoral programmes in clinical psychology, and the doctoral programmes in educational psychology. And we also have a large portfolio of diplomas and certificates in cognitive behavioural therapy. And what's exciting about that for you? Well, it provides excellent opportunities for you to study alongside and work alongside scientists, clinicians, and the practitioners who deliver these programmes, but also the trainees who are training to become the next generation of practitioners and who were once sat where you are now. Well, probably not sat where you are right now. You remember that I said that we want to skill you up to do psychology, to be psychologists. Well, across your 3 years, we provide you with opportunities to develop skills in research, data collection, and data analysis. You can participate in research and conduct research in your first and second year, culminating with your third year research project in which you work one-to-one with a researcher in your area of interest. Beyond that, we have opportunities for you to work as a research apprentice or voluntary research assistant during your vacations. Your research training is supported by 4 centres of excellence. And I just want to give you a quick flavour of these now. We know there's pressing need for more research in mental health, and our Centre for Innovation in Mental Health enables you to work on projects that are developing new psychological treatments and evaluating the psychological effects of new pharmacological drugs, or even novel treatment methods like brain stimulation. Our labs are supported by grants from the Medical Research Council, National Institute for Health Research, and charity funders. And you'll have a chance to develop skills that we use in our research into anxiety, ADHD, autism, psychosis, and depression, and that seek to identify factors that increase risk and resilience. And you'll have all of these opportunities to learn from our clinicians and practitioners along the way. Next, our Centre for Perception and Cognition, our cognitive research group. How does the human mind select and combine sensory information in a hectic, busy world to guide behaviour and decision making? Well, you'll use virtual reality, eye tracking, and computerised tests to understand cognitive psychological processes. You'll study memory, reading and language, visual perception, decision making and more. And you can access labs that enable us to test participants in carefully controlled environments. However, we also need to conduct research across the lifespan in often difficult to reach populations. Consequently, we have mobile testing facilities that we take research out into the community to recruit children and adults. Our social psychology research group, the Centre for Research on Self and Identity, studies personality, social identity, attitudes and behaviour. How do we build social relationships among our peers, within our communities and across the globe? How does our use of social media help or hinder that? How does personality influence teamwork, leadership, decision making? How do we form those romantic and close attachments? How does our sense of self and identity predict and influence our attitudes and behaviour across the lifespan? Using a range of methods, from big complex data sets through to laboratory behavioural observation, our social group is examining these timely questions. And our health group combines health psychology with web science and behavioural science to develop evidence-based interventions to promote health and well-being. We all have apps on our phones. They guide our diet, our exercise, sleep, and even help regulate our moods. So they claim. But are they good for us? Are they based on sound psychological science? Our students and staff work to develop and evaluate a range of health behaviour tools, apps, websites, and interventions. You will help provide the evidence base that helps design and refine these interventions to benefit those with a range of conditions, chronic pain, asthma, and to help reduce the risk of illness or to help individuals adhere to treatment and public health guidelines. Important research at the best of times, absolutely critical research during these challenging times. So that's us, we're psychologists, and it could be you. We want to help you succeed in your studies with us. And consequently, we carefully support your transition to university so that you can enjoy and develop your interests as they take shape across your 3 years with us. You'll work in small tutor groups, have one-to-one sessions with your personal academic tutor, and attend lectures and labs. Providing you with pastoral support alongside academic support is key, as is providing co-curricular and extracurricular opportunities that help you develop additional skills for employment. We're extremely proud of our students, and we're a friendly and inclusive school that's passionate about psychology, the science and the impact it will have on your future and everyone's future. So if you're interested to find out more, or if you've got any questions, please just get in touch. Thank you.